Now, a Hutch's weather update with Chief Meteorologist Hutch Johnson, brought to you by Robert Gibb and Sons.
Hello, everybody. I'm meteorologist Hutch Johnson with a quick update for us here, and we'll go over your forecast as well as we have wild weather across the area. In fact, there is a severe thunderstorm heading in towards Rochester I'm going to cover for you. And we want to talk about some thunder and lightning in our neck of the woods. Let's get right to it. First and foremost, our radar as we zoom into our area here, showing we have some heavy rain that's now pushing just to the north of the Highway 2 corridor. That includes you folks up there in the Grand Forks area, Crookston, moving in towards Red Lake Falls and Thief River Falls at this time. The loop over the last hour showing that storm system is slowly spiraling its way northward. Rainfall estimates from Doppler radar, several tenths of an inch of rain, 2/10 for many here in the FM area, upwards of 5/10 to an inch in other spots, so some locally heavy rain. Now, look down to the south near Detroit or south of Fergus Falls, and we've had some thunder and lightning working its way through, just as we talked about in the forecast last night. Those showers and rumbles of thunder are moving off to the north and to the east as we head into the evening hours. Now, I want to point this out as we look at the radar near Rochester, the area just off to the west of town there, in a severe thunderstorm warning. And check this out as we take a look at what we have going on for our neighbors in southern and southeastern portions of Minnesota. Pardon me. All right, here we go. This storm system has this backward C shape to it. Do you see that right there? That means gusty straight line winds. But I want to point out this as we take a look at the La Crosse radar. This La Crosse radar is looking right into these winds, right into the winds. It gives us a good estimate of how fast the winds might be blowing. So we're going to look at something called base relative velocity. And when we look at that, we can highlight these blue areas here and get estimates of how much wind is being blown out because it's blowing directly in to the radar. So we'll go ahead and take a look at that here over the last couple of scans while we go through. And what you're going to see is right here, this backward C shape in this white area. Those are some really strong winds. And I'll go ahead and query on the radar here how fast those winds are. And as we look in just a little bit closer, we're going to see that there are some examples here of winds that are in excess of 60, 70 miles per hour. We go back a couple of scans, and that is even a little bit more. So those winds have shown here upwards of 50 to 100 mile per hour gusts in this blast right in this area here. So it's kind of bouncing back and forth. But by and large, very gusty wind is right here moving outside of the Stewartville area and pushing in not far from you folks in the Rochester area. And I'll look at the base reflectivity on this, and we can see that we do indeed see this backward C shape. So when we look at the National Weather Service's forecast here, we'll get a feel for the potential with this. The hail is not the main threat, although there is a risk of some 3/4 inch diameter hail. The gusty straight line winds, it says 60 miles per hour. A storm is moving off to the northeast at 45 miles per hour, so we can time out for you here where that's going to hit. I know that this isn't our area, but it does give you a little bit of an idea as we head into our severe weather season, what we can do here at Hutch's Weather for helping you track storms and keep you ahead of them. As we take a look at this storm, it's working its way to the north and east, and again, moving at a good clip here of about that 30 to 40 mile per hour pace. And these are some areas that will be under the gun for severe weather. Washington, Chatfield by around 30 minutes and on towards Saratoga. So the storm system down in south portions of southeast Minnesota and the Twin Cities areas continue to work their way through. Now, these severe storms spread all the way into parts of southern Iowa as well. Let me turn off a couple of my tools here. I got too many going on. There we go. And as we look down into southern Iowa, we see this, if you've heard of Radar O'Reilly, there's Ottumwa, Iowa. Just south of Ottumwa, Iowa, we have a severe thunderstorm that is capable of producing a tornado. And in fact, tornado is suspected just south of the Sheraton area here that did touch down. Almost 3-inch diameter hail was also reported from this particular thunderstorm cluster working its way off. If we look at the radar outside of Macomb, let's see if we can see much. No, let's go ahead and take a look at the Des Moines radar. This is a little ways away, but it gives us an idea of this storm. On the south side, we have this little bite taken out of it here. So it's still showing some tight rotation as it moves through southern Iowa, right along that border with northern reaches of Missouri. So this storm system having impacts across much of the nation. For us, it's wet, but it's moving north. Again, we'll have a chance for some fog. I'm going to take a look for your questions right here now as we take a look at that 7-day planner. I'll put that up for you. as I try to monitor for a couple of your questions. Number one, we have some up and down weather, and May Day is looking great. We're talking 60s, sunshine, warmer weather, and late at night and into Thursday, there'll be a chance of some showers of rain making their way into the area. And those rain showers will be significant. Once again, we'll get a chance at seeing some of those rain showers that will be on the side of heavy as we go through with some significant accumulations. Okay, I'm checking your questions here, and I'm not seeing a lot, and that's good. Thanks for joining me. Again, you can always pop your name up on there and let me know where you're watching from. 55 on Thursday with a chance of some scattered showers of rain that lasts into Friday morning. And in fact, Friday morning up north, the rain showers will exit to the north. Our southern counties will be warming back up on a warming trend back up to near 60 degrees. But as we look down to or up to the north, rather, we may see with temperatures in the mid 30s to upper 30s, a chance for a flake or two mixing in near the international border. The weekend looks outstanding. We'll rise towards 70 degrees. Then our next chance of showers and storms will come on Monday. And I thought I would share with you just a little bit on the forecast. And since it is 8:30, we'll go ahead and let this be the forecast update for you. Let's take a look at this system as we take a look at the model. This is the American model, and it's a USA view, but it does give us a look out toward the future here as we head through this system tonight. Through the system as we go through the late week time frame, Thursday and into Friday morning, and next week's storm system as well. So let me go ahead and load this up for you here, and we'll highlight some of the system aspects that we'll see. Tonight's showers of rain are expected to be exiting to the north and northeast, and as that happens, notice that it moves out toward the northern reaches of the Great Lakes. Now, as we go into the day, on Wednesday night, very late, we'll see a significant storm system in the Central Plains once again. Southern Minnesota, a chance for strong storms for us. Just garden variety showers of rain. Look at Montana with some snow showers. That rain expands as we go into Thursday night, late, and Friday morning. Watch this system as it cools off. Very gusty north winds on the backside of this system here that I'm pointing at here near the Williston area will cause a chance for a few flakes of snow to mix in, and that could be as far north as as far south as the international border counties. Meanwhile, look at what's going on in the mountains outside of Colorado. Yet another storm system will work its way out and make its way into the region as we go through the weekend. Here we go with our chances of strong thunderstorms on Monday. And this will be making its way out of South Dakota or southern counties and into our southeast North Dakota counties. So there'll be a chance for some stout thunderstorm activity into next week. That's a long ways out. It's just a chance, but that's your heads up in the forecast. So let me see if there's a couple of questions that you have on that. Let me go ahead and point that out. How does it look like for Grafton for more moisture? Hopefully heavy. And 31/100ths, Brian says, thank you so very much for your report of rainfall. All in all, it does look like there'll be a chance for some good moisture up near the Grafton area. Let me go ahead and answer your question with a highlight. We'll just look at one model, but I want to zoom into our area here, and we'll show you the rainfall forecast on this particular model. So while I'm loading that up here, again, if you have a question, I'll remind you to go ahead and pop that up there. Okay, so the rainfall for tonight, it's heading up towards Grafton. Now you're getting some very heavy showers, and it does look like with what's fallen here in the south, a solid quarter to half of an inch is a really good bet for the Grafton area. Now that's that wave of systems. Then we have that next wave coming through on Thursday, and for that I'll have to go out to a different model that goes out just a little bit farther. So we'll take a look at the 24-hour rainfall totals on this, so it's going to show that this one goes away. Here comes the next round from the west as we go through Thursday and into the evening hours or evening hours of Thursday and into Friday morning. Note this. Northeast North Dakota and Grafton may have a better chance at seeing some significant rainfall from this weather-making system. Notice many of the measurements up here, upwards of another half inch of rain or more under those locally heavy showers, as it were. So keep that in mind. Again, this is a little bit of time out, but this model is showing that we have another healthy system coming through as we go into Thursday. And the Northern Valley, where the drought is the worst here in North Dakota, northern and western Minnesota into central Minnesota, we're all getting a very periodic and persistent chance of some rain showers. So let me see if I can pull up your forecast maps for you here. And I hope that answers your question for you there as I take a gander at your questions. So let me take a look at this one more time here. Okay, yes, so we do have the chance for some showers of rain. The 7-day planner kind of spelled that out. Let me go ahead and take a look at some more of the forecast graphics. Here's some rainfall graphics I made for you for tonight. This is what we've seen for the rainfall in our area this evening. Check this out. Oh, I got to put this up on the right graphic for you. I apologize. And here we go. All right, so this is a look at the rainfall so far. Now, those showers are moving through Grand Forks now, but Grand Forks next to it says 38 100ths. That's the report today so far for Grand Forks. And we have 47 100ths as you go into central and southern parts of Grand Forks County. Good half inch in central Nelson County with the Doppler radar was estimating significantly more than that in a couple places. So if you happen to be out in Nelson County, throw a measurement up here on this broadcast. I'd appreciate that in the comments. Maddock, 43 100ths, a third of an inch in and around the Devil's Lake area. And the rainfall for today in the Fargo area, right at around 2/10 of an inch, with the Sabin area picking up nearly 3/10 of an inch. So we go down to the south. We had a good soaker down there in the Wahpeton Breckenridge area, a quarter of an inch. But look at Fergus Falls, would you? 93 100ths there today. Another soaker across portions of southern Otter Tail County. Now, when you factor in this, and we look at, let me see if I can pull up the rainfall for the last 7 days. This is kind of interesting. Okay, this is ending today. And again, the rain is still shifting north, so this will change by morning. But look at Maddock the last 7 days, 1.71 inches of rain. Significant drought and dry ground up in the Can-Do area. How about 1.46 inches of rain? To get out in the Bottineau area, 1.25 to almost 2 inches of rain there. And the Northern Valley, that's where we have the driest of conditions and the worst of the drought. And it looks like many areas up there the last 7 days have seen at least a half of an inch in parts of Cavalier County and Pembina County, to over an inch for a few areas as well. Roseau County, it's been dry, 69 100ths up there near Roseau and points north. And, well, Thief River Falls, over the last week, 1.31 inches of rain. So beneficial rain, but by far, look at this. As we go down towards Morris, towards Benson, and areas south of Fergus Falls. Fergus Falls picking up 2.91 inches of rain in the last week. Central parts of Otter Tail County, over 2 inches of rain over the last week. And look at this, 3.14 inches of rain over the last week. Central Minnesota really needing that rainfall as we've gone through. So again, I always appreciate your reports. They're very helpful. I'm going to go ahead and look at your questions. It's been raining pretty good in Bemidji. Rita says, thank you so much. Diane, thank you. Thanks for all of you for tuning in to Hutch's Weather tonight. That'll be my evening update. Check in with me tomorrow. I'll have updates on what you can expect as we go through the rest of the week. We're keeping our eyes on a chance of some late week showers on Thursday that could be significant as we've gone over here. We're keeping our eyes on that risk for a potential storm that could bring thunderstorms to the area, particularly in our southern counties. They could be strong. I've even noted that on the 7-day planner as well. Have a wonderful evening and a great Tuesday as well. Watch out. We're going to have some more of that patchy dense fog possible across the area. Keep you updated right here on Hutch's Weather.